always hate me? Please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me why you...
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Seattle Seahawks and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. An early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, and I don't think from what we
see, this team looks fired up and ready to play.
This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And they'll run it here. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
A good explosive run.
Rights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best.
Exactly.
Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. I don't know about you, but I wanted to
franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Their big-bodied receiver. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an change momentum. Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole, which you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards...
Looking to throw. Surveying the field. He's going to rifle, and that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Their dangerous wide receiver, 36 yards. And the Bills add on. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short. All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now
come out in the pistol. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough. That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being... And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Their big tight end, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They get 31 yards that time, and it's first down Buffalo.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball, because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit. But I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope...
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone. Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
And once again,
back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Their big-bodied receiver, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always.
And take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They're going to look to throw. He's got time. And that is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or coughed up the football, even though they were fortunate enough to get it back.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Their big tight end, his first touchdown on the year, and that's still to come.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
And he's gonna be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away.
From here, so now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. One of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice,
if they can halt the offense. They'll look to throw here. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Green 39! Green!
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And now the Bills are going to lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense. That penalty is declined.
The game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and make the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Their big-bodied receiver, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Love the excitement we've got going here. If they just scored the touchdown, they're down by 1. How much fun is it now to figure out the possibilities? Kick the extra point and tie it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he's brought down. Give him 16 on the pickup, and the Bills are going to have a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more.
It's on target, and it's good. From 51 yards out, he drills it. And the Bills are going to get out of here winners. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bills, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Between now and wildcard weekend, and as usual, seeding should wind up playing a major role in determining who goes on to the Super Bowl. It's the Bills going for the call. Let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday nighter between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton, and on a 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look.
I'm not sure they could have had a better call there for the defense. Blitz was called, and they're setting up for a draw. When you're blitzing, you're likely to beat them to the punch because they're going to take a little extra time to set up. Talk about the offensive line. In this case, you'll get into the backfield before they can get set up.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. The quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And now here's a carry heading left. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While and they'll go with the ground attack here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles, and that last run, they just cut right through him.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you Laddie?
He called me Laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called. I hope your offense can control the game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Here in this situation, if you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
But that return had all the trappings of really good scouting time. They come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the weight...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They get 31 yards. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line. This is taken at the 15. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Route. Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Time for a break. Game still hanging in the balance. And they'll go on the ground. Bulldozes past him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Charles on the slant. You always need good ball placement. They got it there.
Brandon, the quarterback, put it in the exact...
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Bills are going to get out of here winners. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road.
With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. They've got...
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. There he goes, right side. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. A tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 99 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible.
Fielded at about the 28. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now out comes important. The passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the... And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker. Game for a receiver, so you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He's got time in the pocket. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
To get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really? By the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
Last play there on the slant, Charles, works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
But that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to...
yards, and they go up against the Bills, who will have to try and slow them down. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup.
All right, Larry, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the... And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's taking it around the 40. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Their dangerous wide receiver. 60 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive lineman won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. And that's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defense.
They go play action here on first down, surveying the field. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
So much running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback.
And a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Bills getting come out in the pistol.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Finding time. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute with their...
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They'll give it to him right up the gun. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. So this is where a defense can really pin back its ears, bring it all, sell out to stop the run. This time, it'll earn them 2 points.
They definitely guessed right here. And probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes.
There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it.
And this is caught. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will extend their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his...
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and then get that onside kick. This is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short. But give them credit, they were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the... He'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. That one goes for 13 yards.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
And he is out of bounds, just a yard.
Keep his head down. Hope he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Interception in the first half.
They'll look to throw here. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have cut it to within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half and final.
Play action here on first down. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it in.
And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, he bowls over him. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
They'll look to throw. Looking for someone to throw to. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. To go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This fielded at the 2. Oh, look at the juke. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
There's so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Cutback, left sideline. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good.
The coverage, able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
He's going to let it fly. Hopping over the top. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. For your defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Buffalo, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for L.A., the loss loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.